Hello everybody and welcome back to the labs. I am Towsty and thank you for joining me here on another episode of Infinity Labs Season 2. Hanging out on our Resident Rise-ish server. I've done some work. There's 2 towers. Woo! Yeah, I actually done a lot. Are you serious? That's not terrifying. Actually done quite a bit of work. I'm playing most of the day. It's just been a relaxing day, and I've been able to get a bunch of stuff done that I did not expect. So, first things, I talked about upgrading these. I did a little bit, and then I ran out of stuff, and started to bring things over so that I could craft that kind of stuff over here. And so we've got our metallurgy, or our mechanism stuff over here. We've got some Ender IO stuff, thermal expansion things, and of course some AE things. Now up here we've got 2 4K fluid drives now, which is pretty sweet, with an ME fluid terminal. If you remember that stack of drums that we had in the corner of our old base, this is what was in them. Now it may seem a little strange because like I had wanted to get into fluid handling with extra cells this playthrough, and I talked about that earlier. But I brought my drums over and just kind of slapped them here for now, and they were completely invisible, and I don't know why. All of them were. I relogged, it was just weird. They're invisible. So I decided, why not just import them into a system? And then the other thing we've done, we've moved our calculator system over here, which is working real well. I have some circuits that I took out to test something. There you go. So those are back in there. Let's just jump on in and see. Last time I checked, we had gained a few random items. Like so. We got reinforced iron axe, enriched gold axe, power cubes, grenades, crank handles, and a calculator assembly. And then over here, we're getting some stable circuits. We're starting to get some stable circuits, so that's real good. Thankfully, the stable circuits all seem to have the same ID number. And so when this guy pulls out, he just goes into a sorting pipe, which only allows things that are already in the chest into the chest again, or in the inventory. So we pull out and it comes here, and then the power is able to transfer all the way up through here. So it's really, really good. I've seen a total, the entire day pretty much, I've seen a total of, wow, die you. I've seen a total of like, 1 ghast in here, 1 ghast in a mining dimension that is monos. And out of all of those things, and that's like the whole day. And since I've been recording, I've now seen 2. The ghasts seem to spawn here at random, and I really, really don't know why. Unfortunately, I don't even know where to begin looking to figure that problem out. But there are supposed to be no mobs here at all, whatsoever. Zilch, none. So, the other thing we've been working on, we've gotten into quite a bit and done a lot of work on, is Botania. Botania. I had contemplated getting into a magic mod, and I need to bring our to-do list over here, because there's quite a bit to check off on that, I think. And we're going to be moving that over in just a moment. I don't have a lot of time left to record tonight, though. What? Oh, cheater! And so, what we're looking at here is my new Botania setup. Now, before anybody says anything, I know you can get the night ones and put the night ones in, but it's always day here, right? So there's no point in putting the night ones because they're never going to do anything. So it's always day, so we're generating. We've made a whole bunch of day blooms. We've hunted down a whole bunch of petals, and that took forever. We've made ourselves a runic altar, a couple of mana spreaders, mana distributor, all this good stuff. So if you've never seen Botania before, basically you use flowers to generate mana for magical uses. Now, the beauty of this system that I've got going right now is these are like solar panels for Botania, right? They just generate power or mana during the day. The mana gets sucked up by these two things, and it gets spit over here like so. Wop, wop. And then it goes into this sort of mana battery. It's called a mana pool, right? Holds mana power. And it gets sucked up by this one and put into this, which evenly separates it amongst these 3 mana pools. Then we have these 2 guys, which are aimed at this, because the Runic Altar is a crafting tool for Botania. And the mana spreaders will take the mana from these pools and infuse it into the altar as needed. So what I'm working on right now is we're going to need a lot of mana petals, and I don't want to just run around the world for ages and ages and ages getting petals and like doing lots of world loading and stuff like that. Oh, I gotta stop doing that. What? I don't want to have to do all that. So I have pushed our mana or our Botania setup to the max by getting a Jaded Amaranthus as soon as I possibly could. The Jaded Amaranthus, when fed mana, will not do what I want to do. Crap. Will generate the flowers from Botania. So what we've got going on under here is we're gonna have a little chain of Botania spreaders to move the mana along the bottom. Now I'm just realizing this is gonna be a little interesting. But what I think I'm gonna do is have it come up like right here. Into this mana pool. We'll see. I'm not sure how well this is going to go. And then this mana pool will spread to the, or we'll feed the Jaded Amaranthus. That's what I'm thinking right now. Now there's a pretty good chance this is going to chew up the majority of our mana as it goes, so I'm not sure if I'm going to want to leave this on like I'm about to. But we need lots of living wood for this system to do what I want it to. So as you can see, what I've got here is a pure daisy, which you make from Botania with 4 white petals and a petal apothecary with, and then you stuck a seed in after. We'll probably see that mechanic at some point here. And I've got making some living stone and living wood by just builder's wanding it, and when there's wood and stone on the same level as the pure daisies, it will slowly convert them into the living equivalent. Just been doing that all by hand for now. I was gonna try to set up an automated way actually. What is going on? I tried to set up an automated way using autonomous activators and extra builder's wands. So I was kind of hoping that autonomous activators with builder's wands would function. They didn't seem to want to do that though, unfortunately. Alright, so we'll probably put you right about... Now there's a distance thing with these that makes them a little finicky when it comes to going too far. They won't necessarily be as effective. Like, there is a range limit before the mana starts to dissipate a lot. I mean, it dissipates a little bit over range, but this way they dissipate quite a bit. Let's just lock you onto you like so. Boom, bam, wom, 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 wom. And the Jaded Amaranthus is producing flowers. So now, if I put down like an MFR harvester, I wonder if it will just produce or just chop down these things, or if it will also do the Jaded Amaranthus. Let's find out, shall we? And it makes me wonder, harvester. There's a lady who's sure all that glitters gold. Right, I guess we'll just throw you here. That is the wrong direction, sir. And what we're waiting on is a upgrade for a 5x5, correct? I believe 3 to 5 is a radius increase of 2, I want to say. Huh. It doesn't seem to chop down anything. Well, how are we going to come about harvesting these? I bet there's a flower for that. Let's take a look in our Lexica Botania. So we want functional flora. For some reason, poison does not kill. Does it? Large amounts of mana to conjure some sort of material substance that only seems to be useful to thaumaturges. It doesn't combustion bend. It's kind of hard to... I wonder if I search for the word harvest. It doesn't work that way, I don't think. Daffodil? That's just a fan. So the jaded amaranthus is what we made. Animals at bay. Completely halt the creature's movements. Breeding will pick up any nearby blocks and dropped item form and place them in the world nearby. The Solignolia disrupts the ring and prevents any item from being pulled. Okay. Flower that it costs mana will keep any nearby monsters in a circle, preventing them from getting out. That's okay. Stops Enderman from teleporting. Huh. Alright, so I may have to do some research as to how I could possibly farm these things. Seems like for now, this ain't gonna work. Ah, I wonder if Ender IO could grab them up. Alright, well, let's unload some of our Botania stuff for now. And we're just going to let this sit, and I'll try and keep an eye on it. I'll just grab it all up by hand for now, but I'm thinking this might take a large amount of our mana. But I guess, actually, it doesn't really matter because we're always going to have some in these two side pools. So we'll be good for a while. So that's that covers that area for now. But yeah, we'll definitely have to look into seeing if there's a way to pick up these mystical flowers. Right, so I think what I need to actually make is something called a wild drum. I have never made one before. It requires a horn of the wild, which is really not that hard to make. You need some grass in a mana pool with some leather. We can get all of this. Something else I wanted to show you that I set up in between last couple episodes. If we come down here, is I've been doing some work with our ME to expand this a little bit. We set up a system of importing items that are finished. Now this doesn't work way across everything. But what it does work its way through is these machines right now. So we have a retrieval node from X Utilities, which is kind of the exact opposite of a transfer node. Transfer nodes pull from an inventory, search through a pipe, and drop it to another inventory, right? And then retrieval nodes search a pipe for an inventory that has an item, and then pulls that item into itself, and it drops it into the inventory that's attached to. So very, very quickly, we look for stacks and inventories across this network, and it pulls all the finished items out of these things and puts it into the inventory. So it's a really good, quick way of gathering up all of your stuff. But I brought some of our logistics pipe stuff over here, and I set it up with a player interface with, I think, what was our last nether star from the donation that we had. Our last nether star for a player interface. And what you do, you right click on your remote orderer, which is connected to this pipe right here. So remote orderer logistics pipes, which is connected to our very small logistics system, right? This is just sending power across the network. Excuse me. Then we have a logistics chassis Mark II here. Not really a big reason for that. This just needed to be a provider pipe as well as what it could have been. So we put one of our Mark II providers on it, and it looks at the ME interface, and it gathers all of the items from your ME network, right? And puts it in a logistics pipe sort of network of some, or connects it to the logistics pipe system, so that the provider pipe is now providing all of the items from your ME network. And the remote orderer is going to request things from all of the different spots that your logistics pipe system is providing. So you right click, say, I want 2 bricks, request. This is a request successful, and now they're in my inventory. Pretty cool. The reason they go right into my inventory is because this player interface here has the 4 sides are connected to my self, player interface connected to Towsty, my actual inventory, this 3x9, right? This 27 slots. The bottom is connected to my toolbar here, and the top is connected to my armor slots. So I can pump in and out of my entire inventory using this block, which is pretty cool. So that's what I've been using to kind of grab stuff as I've been out and about in the world, and especially doing my moves and things like that as I've been moving stuff over. For now, though, let's get some leather and some grass that I collected up earlier. Just gonna go ahead and throw it in, make sure my magnet's off because it tends to disrupt this process. Wow. All right, so there's a pasture seed. The Horn of the Wild's really cool. I've got nobody, and nobody cares. Boom. Let's see, where's this? Okay. Thunk. So now let's just grab our calculator, because that's what I've been using to craft over here. We'll say, why does it do that? You know what? Forget this. We're gonna go ahead and grab crafting station. Bam. And for now, we'll just put you here. Okay. So we'll go Horn of the Wild, right? Something like this. Yeah, sweet. Good guess. All right. And then it's living wood like this. 2 of them guys. I really don't have any living wood in here. Poop. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, up. Maybe if I stand in the middle, I do a little dance. Turn into wood. Oh, man. I should show you guys something I have in my storage module. I have this Haste Plus module I was working on today, and I had it here as well. Unfortunately, it does bump our power consumption up to like 2,000 hours per tick. But what this does is this allows me to dig really fast, supposedly. It makes my hand go crazy. And it does make me dig faster, but it's been causing some other issues as well, I think. So I've kind of been testing it, but boy, it makes things happen fast when I'm near it. Really fast. So, anyways, what was I waiting on? Oh yeah, this. Wow. 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 Look at that. Thanks, Haste Plus. Alright, so here is the Drum of the Wild. Now, from what I understand, if I go... I think I already have one, don't I? Clock? I do. Let's go ahead and get my redstone clock out here. And I'm just going to put the redstone clock right here. On a redstone signal, the drum should break the flowers. Does it need mana? Maybe that's not a good enough redstone signal. Let's look for a lever. Huh. Well, let's pull out our bookie book and see. The drum of the wild is, a layman's terms, the percussion counterpart of the horn of the wild. It serves the exact same purpose as the handheld horn. Place it in the world to trigger a beat. Break nearby foliage. One would fire a mana burst at the drum. Oh. Mana blaster. Oh, okay. That's fine. So, then what I will do... maybe we... Now, this is going to be interesting. Let's just take a look here. It does actually make it over here. So, what happens if I put the drum... right here? Absolutely nothing. Okay. So it looks like I'm going to need that other mana spreader for sure. But how to use it? We're going to figure this out together. If I put this here... and then just put the drum of the wild right here. Maybe I misread that. One would fire a mana burst at the drum. It's to note the drum does not store mana, hence in order to trigger it, a redstone mana spreader or a mana... Oh! Now I get it. So, how does one make a redstone mana spreader? It's pretty easy if I remember correctly. You put a piece of redstone with a mana spreader. I really don't need this in here right now, so I'll put that there. Just get my piece of redstone. Now, the thing with this remote order is, I know wireless AE access terminals are a little bit more functional for my purposes when I'm here, but this orderer works anywhere in the server. So that's going to be our go-to yeah, sorry, that'll be the go-to for us for the time being, because I'm going to see here. I think if I put this redstone clock here, it might affect the ender tank. No, okay. Let's do... Bind. Oh! Oh my goodness. Okay, that worked. I might need to make a slower... Ah! What the? Get out of here. Whew. Okay, so I have a plan. Now, there's quite a few ways you can automate this with pure Botania, but I really don't. I'm not that avid of a Botania-er, so I'm not that worried about that. But I did want an automated way of collecting the petals, and that's what I've got going on right now. So, is there a way? I don't think there's a way to slow down this clock at all. What if I hit it with a stick? That is something that Extra Utilities likes to use as a wrench sometimes. Okay. So I need to slow down that clock because it's a little excessive, but that did in fact work. So why don't we come on down here, grab up that and plop that back there. And I'll just put a redstone timer like right here that's set to, I don't know, a minute, and see what this does to our frames, because those redstone timers have issues sometimes. Timer? Ooh, let's use the RF tools timer and see what happens. What do we got? All right. So I'll be putting you here and then asking you to turn that way. Set the delay in ticks. So what is 20 times 60? Is it like 1800? I want to say. Why is there experience near me? Why did that just happen? I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a lamp or something, like something that lights up, just to test this, because I don't really know how this works. Timer. We'll just make another one. Like so. And we'll get a lamp. Like that, and we'll just plop it down here for testing. So let's keep an eye on the side color. We'll say every tick, or every second, just to keep it kind of calm. So orange is the output color. What is this nonsensical? Don't know why I'm getting random experience over here. Okay, so that's the majority of that build right there. We can go ahead and pick this up now. Oh man. Oh, you may have noticed that I switched out the flooring here with the laboratory blocks instead of the cherry and armor plating. It worked a lot better and it fits really well, so that was really awesome. And in order to do that, what I did was I made myself a resonant exchanger, because I already had a tesseract. I just needed to make a couple of other things, and it was real quick and easy that way. Man, you turn your head for 5 seconds and there's sheeps everywhere. Okay, so we're gonna make an advanced item collector. I'm going to start with the basic item collector. I don't know that I've crafted one of these on camera this series. Hopper, collector, and advanced collector. And we're going to put that on full range, really. I need a crafter. So we get a machine frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hopefully this will be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I may need a second one of these, so I may have to do this again, but I'll probably check that tomorrow if that is the case. Okay. So we've got us a tier 3 crafter from RF Tools. Just gonna go ahead and take a little dip down below here and break this again. Then see if we have any of our energy pipe on us, and hopefully I may need to update this solar panel a little bit. So we've added a solar expansion to the pack, and this is a hardened solar panel, which is kind of a butt to make. So leadstone solar panel and a hardened solar core, which is actually not that bad. Invar nuggets and a leadstone solar core, which is lead around iron. Right, but then you go back and you see the leadstone solar panels each require 3 photovoltaic cells, and each need a leadstone core, and it's just a mess. So, and there's many tiers, and they just go up and up and up. This is what's powering these guys, as well as my other attempt at things earlier. So it's going to be what's powering our RF Tools device slowly, but it's not too bad, and it's always day here, so it's always functioning. Boom. Okay, so let's just start chucking things in here now. We'll say the radius of 2 and 6 should be, actually 4 should be more than enough. There we go. So that's going to pick up these. And the idea is that all of these are going to come through, have a crafting thingy. It's going to turn them into petals, because you never need the flowers. Not that I'm aware of anyways. Pretty sure I just overwrote one of them. Okay. And then we'll probably run out of space for sure. There's probably quite a few different kinds of flowers that I need to worry about. And we'll set filters per the 8 or the 6ths or whatever that I'm going to use. And then we'll have another one right beside it. That's probably what I'll have to do. And then we'll do... I did not think this through. There's got to be an easier way to autocraft these. Ooh, that's neat. No, there's really not. All right. Well, then what we'll do is we'll just move. Oh, you sheep, you have to stop making noises. Actually, I'll just make an ender chest. It's settled. I wasn't really sure how I want to do this. Ender chest. Diamond. And ink. Gonna need some more ink soon. All right. So what I'll probably do is go ahead and grab another retrieval node. just to keep things nice and tidy. And I'll show you why. This is where using the extra utilities pipes gets kind of nice. Now, I know Ender IO conduits, all one block, quick and easy. I know, we've talked about that a little bit. If anybody missed that, I'm doing this way on purpose. Not using a whole lot of Ender IO will help the server. Ender IO is great, but it does a lot of ticking. Doom, doom. So we'll do this, right? Now it's still gonna get power, but it won't get items. Or sorry, it's still gonna get power, right? And if I put the retrieval node under U, and then come on down like so, it'll end up grabbing all of the output stuff from here, or at least it should. This might be a little slow to do it. Yeah, there we go. See, it's pulling it up now. That'll keep up with that, no problem, just because these won't be going that fast. So, kind of flowers do we have in here already? We got no blue yet, so we'll do blue. Do we have lime? We have no lime, we'll do lime. Got no gray either. Wait, I just overwrote the lime one. Poop. And we'll do pink. So now, just to finish this off in our last few moments together, I'm going to grab two filters, which look like this yellow, no, seeds. We'll grab, that can't be all the helium. Oh, it's because helium is the netherrack ones, that's right. 8. We do need all 8 of these, unfortunately. Two item filters. That was weird. Right? Right now they're not really set to anything special. But what will happen is this will start to pick up flowers that it can't use. So we're going to start to filter these out. This is going to be a little tedious to do, but it'll work. So while this is happening, I'll actually let that generate some more clean up a little bit here. And we'll grab another crafting machine thingy. Crafter, there we go. 1, same drill as before. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. You see that wobble? That was the strangest thing. And we'll actually just put you here. Then I can actually just break this and this. This is why you gotta have a magnet on in the void dimension at all times. But you can't when you're doing stuff like this. So that'll be fine just like that. Oh, nice. This actually grabbed it all. That's awesome. So, green and purple will say will actually belong over on this one, but we'll need another item filter. Or item collector. Item collector. Hopper. Oh, I'm out of obsidian sticks, which are pretty easy to make. So we'll set up this item collector in a little bit. I want this to collect all of the flowers for now. and we'll gather up a quick filter. There's no lime and there's no purple, right? Magenta, that's right. I want to pick those up. There you go. So all of those were actually included. Let's just see what happens if we put all these in here. So black we don't need. So I'm just kind of going to let this run for a bit. And hopefully we'll get enough mana cooking up here. I'll be able to speed it along momentarily. Let's go ahead and look at a couple other things. I know we're running a bit long here, so why don't I set one more thing up. To show this mechanic on camera, I'm going to make myself a couple Endoflames here. So you just drop the petals in that you need, and then you throw a seed on top of it, and out pops the Endoflame, or, you know, whatever you're trying to make. Good gravy, Miss Daisy. Okay. The Endoflame is basically a flower that just works on fuel. You gotta hit this thing with a bucket of water to get it to refill. It's not a pipe. But I've just got a little autonomous activator there that picks up, takes a bucket, hits the tank, fills the bucket with water, moves the full bucket of water over to a second autonomous activator, and then yeah, that one clicks on this, and we got water. It's a piece of cake. Just a little annoying because they do require power. So what I'm actually going to do is right here, put 1, 2 flowers, and then I'll put a good grief. Take some blaze rods. Now, I saw a really cool way of doing this on Mono's base last season, or last world, that we'll probably be copying, but these should burn in there quite quickly, actually. Alright, so we should be filling with mana and such at a little bit better of a rate. Now, this is going to be a little misleading because we are drawing mana. We're separating what mana we do get out into 3. We'll see how this goes. Blaze rods burn for 2,400. They work pretty good for this, for what I understand. Just see here, we're going to grow. And let's see what we got in here now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm actually going to turn this off so that I know that these ones here are going to go into this one. And we can set that up right now, actually. So you right click on the filter, and what you'll do is just click, 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 like so, and you'll get a good idea of what to allow in here. And then what should happen is, unfortunately, it's actually going to get picked up by both of these for now. But what I'd like to see is set a white list on each one instead of a blacklist and white list that are the same. Although that probably would have been easier. I'm going to do the 2 white lists for now, because I may have to set up additional filters. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. But this should work pretty well for an automated Botania Petal creation of things. And you can see that we got lots of petals going in there. So I'm actually going to take the rest of these petals out and just send them back. Oh, you can't input with this. You have to use like your pouch or whatever system you've got going on for sending items back to base. I do have an ender pouch right there. And this will give us a pretty good idea of what's going on. I'm going to try not to do too much Botania on camera. I mean, I feel like it's done to death with YouTubers, so I'm going to come back to this from time to time, or it might even be 2 episodes or 3 episodes in a row, but at least there'll be lots of progress in between. So these ones, let's go red and orange, are actually going to be ones that go over here. And that will finish off these 2. So that's a full whitelist right there. The blue is okay on this one. Let's see, blue, you can stay. Orange, lime, white, you can go. Gray, you can get added to the whitelist. All right, so you guys will be over here, I think. Oh, wait. You're pink, you're purple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh boy, we're gonna run out of space again. So I'm gonna let this finish up and just collect things over time, and hopefully by the time these fill up with things, they'll actually have one of each kind, and I can finalize this filtering system once and for all. I'll have to add another tier 3, but then we'll be good to go. So until next time, I'm Towsty. I hope you enjoyed hanging out here in the labs, checking out some of my Botania efforts and the new Void base. Leave a like or subscribe if you did. Hang up your lab coats on the way out, and we'll see you next time. Deuces.